Hockey is huge in Minnesota. We live and breathe it year-round. We grew up learning how to skate, and our best memories were made playing outside in the open air. And to share that with your friends who love the game as much as you do is pretty special.
The camaraderie of a hockey team is unlike any other sport. It really doesn't get any better than rallying some buddies together, heading down to the local rink, and skating for hours. So you create a special bond with your teammates. You all hang out together, you see them every day, and in the end, you know every guy in that locker room is going to be there for you when you need it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, what a beauty.
Beauty is a loyal and respected teammate, someone that's going to have your back on and off the ice. They work hard and know how to have a good time. Through our bold and timeless products inspired by our past, we strive to celebrate hockey and the lifestyle that comes with it.
We want to unite hockey players, from vets to rookies and from old to young, around the game that we love.
Hockey is more than just a sport for us, it's a lifestyle.
AAA hockey players, the Northland Hockey Group has northern Minnesota covered, with 4 teams in the northern part of the state, including the Red River Pike in the northwest, the Bemidji Loons in the north, the Iron Range Blast on the range, and the Great Lake Skulls in the northeast. The Northland Hockey Group will put your child in the hottest sublimated jersey in the AAA field. With 4 tournaments and an all-star game, the Northland Hockey Group will be the highlight of your child's summer. Check out all team locations and tryout times at northlandhockeygroup.com.
Inside us all beats the heart of an athlete, determined to succeed. We push, we fight, we sacrifice. Sometimes we fall short, sometimes we just fall, but we get back up, stronger than before. This is more than a game. This is our goal.
AAA hockey players, the Northland Hockey Group has northern Minnesota covered, with 4 teams in the northern part of the state, including the Red River Pike in the northwest, the Bemidji Loons in the north, the Iron Range Blast on the range, and the Great Lake Skulls in the northeast. The Northland Hockey Group will put your child in the hottest sublimated jersey in the AAA field. With 4 tournaments and an all-star game, the Northland Hockey Group will be the highlight of your child's summer. Check out all team locations and tryout times at northlandhockeygroup.com.
Inside us all beats the heart of an athlete, determined to succeed. We push, we fight, we sacrifice. Sometimes we fall short, sometimes we just fall, but we get back up, stronger than before. This
We are between periods of our Let's
And we welcome you back for the second period. If you're watching this live and wondered where we went, it's called getting power booted. Someone kicks the cord and you get unplugged.
Well, there are a lot of people here. Very impressive, actually, the turnout and the support that these Minnetonka Skippers fans show. Not only that, but the Chanhassen Storm traveled pretty well. Second period underway.
What's that? That was whistled down offside, Bart Archer.
Well, indeed it was. On-air production meeting as we go. But I think, as we talked about when they went into the period, Chris Wilson.
Do I have a headset on?
Yeah, but that didn't stop people.
I mean, do people walk around with headsets? I mean, with microphones on them? They'll come up to you guys, and they'll just start talking to you and grabbing your papers.
Well, you're an approachable guy, P. Wagner.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Always make time for your fans.
All two of them.
Oh, you doubled it.
Yeah.
Super.
We are underway here in the second period as the Storm are moving from left to right across your screen.
That's one more than me.
The Skippers defend. Low height was there. And it's played to the center ice area. We're scoreless. In a rugged battle here between two teams that are checking it tightly here tonight. Puck is cycled back down the right wing wall. Kavanaugh was there for the Skippers. He surveys up to the right point. Van Sant back to Kavanaugh from the right hash. Oh, they had a man crashing. Too far for Molinar, though he gets it back as the Storm will find an opening, and they'll be content to clear it the length of the ice, and will face it back off in the Chanhassen zone.
Well, Pete, you did say it's a tight physical game, and I think Chanhassen's really spearheading the physicality on this game. They do a really good job of taking the proper angles and providing good puck separation, so I really am impressed with the way that Chanhassen bangs the bodies. Minnetonka just plays the game the right way, so kudos to both teams I love the physical brand, and they haven't disappointed tonight. Boy, there's a lot of kids here tonight, too. That's kind of neat.
Indeed, there are. Of course, they have the little might action between
chippers.
Yeah, for sure. Played back through wide of the net. Swisher to his left for the Storm. They'll play back over off the wall. Now it's Galls with it. He loses the handle. Looks to get some help. A definite purpose in jumping this Minnetonka step here to start this period. Deflected in on goal. Nice save. As the puck is caromed and played back off the wing, out of the zone they come. Brought down on the play. It'll be the third minor penalty. Grant Doctor's going to go for the hooking call.
Yeah, I didn't really leave any margin for interpretation of that one. It was right 2 feet away from the referee. But again, the Storm have a golden opportunity, and we talked about their power play being at about the 23% mark. Obviously unsuccessful on the 5-on-3. But it did give them a little bit of rhythm going on, so there was some good value there. You can see the penalty right there. Hard not to call that one, but offensive zone face-up for the Storm. Great opportunity, as we said.
Great to see the Wild, and Les Habitants of Montreal tied at 1 midway through 2. Puck is played back around. I just chased off all of our viewers, didn't I?
Well,
as they play that one down into the corner. And that's a team in Montreal that's only lost 2 games against 2 ties at home all year long.
But there is some dissension in the ranks with the Carey Price situation, with him giving the steely-eyed glare, kind of, a.k.a. kind of like a Patrick Waugh.
I know.
Is
this part deux, as they would say?
It could be. Part deux.
You know, that's probably the worst possible place to be a goalie in the National Hockey League.
That's a tough place
in Montreal.
to play.
Are you kidding me? Expectations off the charts.
Yeah, but if you do the job, they treat you as a hero. So
it's hard
kind
to
of
do it every day, though.
Absolutely.
And then when you fail, you are just a loser. Now Van Sant with it as he plays that one.
Oh, nice hold.
Up high and held in. The Storm with it. Now it's Doctor walking down low. That one's swatted away. Doctor from the hash marks. I'll check that wrong one. That was Wolf. Yeah, we'll check in here at any point. Wolf for the Storm.
Well, Minnetonka caught a bit of a break. Faceoff's going to come outside the zone. Puck rolled up on the back netting. But really, I think Minnetonka's done a pretty good job of actually thwarting. Chanhassen's had some good offensive zone time, but they really haven't been able. Their challenge is getting between the dots or getting between the hash marks. That's obviously the strategy in hockey, is to get in the scoring area, and Minnetonka's just taking that away from them.
Shelby comes away with the puck off the faceoff, plays back in behind with 1:01 to go in the power play time for the Storm. This is their third advantage of the game. They try to go give and go out of the corner. That was thwarted there by the defense. Rogers with it to the line. Shelby snap, shoots, scores! Oh, high in the slot. Don't know if that got redirected on the way in. The Storm take the 1-0 lead.
Well, still, it was a good shot on goal. Shelby kind of walked the lineup a little bit, came in. But we'll look at it on replay, and I talked over the official announcement, but there he walks in. Really a good look, and I don't know if it was a Minnetonka person, but
Kavanaugh, check that might have been Trusso that got his stick on that on the way in. Let's look again. Yes, he did. Very Ryan Smith, former Edmonton Oiler-like.
And for Trusso, that's his second goal of the season on the power play. So early 1-0 lead in the second period for the Storm power play goal. Minnetonka's got to stay out of the box.
1-0 now, Storm lead as they strike on the power play early on here in the second period. Skippers Bayless with it, plays that one across the line. That one's played back in behind by the Skippers as they'll find the loose change with Brink. He's bumped on the play. Brink tries to protect. Gets cycled back in behind the net. Now the Storm will wrap up. Get a little bit of help out of the corner with Mullen. He's brought down on the play. A couple of number 9s jostle Worry and Brink. And it's going to be the Storm that come away with it off the outstretched hand, and it hit the mitt there, they say, of Hicks. And it's going to be set up behind the net by Muller. No relation to Kirk Muller, Carolina Hurricanes. Back across the line they go. There's a snapshot, a big stick save by Swisher. Oh! Wow. That would be of the dangerous variety, but they're going to spare him the extra 10 and work the cross check. But that was an exclamation point off the boards. That was very dangerous.
Indeed it was, but everybody got up, and that's what you want to see. But that's going to be Luke Becker, the senior forward, that's going to get a cross check penalty. Little gracious from the referee, but again, now Minnetonka gets to turn the tide. One thing about what good teams do is when they get scored on, they kind of get refocused. Nice push back by Minnetonka, really forced a penalty. Now they get a chance on the power play.
I think it's safe to say in 2012 that probably would have been a 2-10. Or 5-10.
Yeah,
sorry.
and then conversation would have dominated for the rest of the night.
2012. By who?
By everybody.
Oh. Van Sant with it. Plays this over to the right side. Hicks. Shot. Oh, traffic. Nice save by Swisher. Johnny on the spot. Saw that one. Squaring up nice tonight.
Boy, that was a nice subtle save because that puck was redirected. That could have been dangerous.
Van Sant can shoot it too. There he does. Quick release. Deflected up and over. Now it's brought up by Hicks. From the right side, back to Van Sant. Top of the umbrella he goes. Little shoulder juke. Hicks to the near, or check that was Van Sant to the near side. Kavanaugh. Far side they go. They try to go through traffic with Hicks. Oh, that one. A little pirouette and goal there by Swisher.
Well,
rock solid.
Good clear by the Storm on that one. Vulnerable time.
Couldn't get strong enough wood on that one. And the puck sits free in the slot area. The Skippers are busy, staying on the loose change. Van Sant a shot. Swisher the stick save. 52 to go in the man advantage. Van Sant again. Chips a pass to the right side for Hicks. Shot right into the glove as Swisher squares up to that one. A couple of great scoring chances and opportunities for the Skippers.
Yeah, and it really kind of starts with Van Sant down at the blue line. Everything kind of goes through him. He's very elusive, very quick to change his angles, but he puts those good low shots, tippable shots on goal. Just 47 seconds left in the penalty to Storm's Luke Becker for that cross check with Minnetonka turning up the heat.
They win the face-off again. There's a shot that's not going to happen as Doctor gets it back from Ludke. There's a puck that's turned aside by Swisher. Ludke comes away. Up high for Doctor. Wanted to shoot, but that was taken away. Nice job up front on the penalty kill by Haley, and the busy stick there of Goller keeps that one from finding its way.
Well, what the Skippers are doing is they're putting big Jack Bowman in front of the net, and it's really creating some havoc for the Storm to try to give their goaltenders some sightlines. So far, they've been pretty successful so far. And don't adjust your TV, folks, and no, we're not having an earthquake. We're just doing an on-air production meeting. It looks like everything is square, but just 25 seconds.
For now.
25 seconds left in the power play.
Doctor's shot. That might have hit Swisher on its way in. Doesn't get to the back of the net. 15 to go on the man advantage.
Position save on that one. I don't think he saw that one, P. Wagner. Another penalty.
And this will be an abbreviated 5-on-3.
Well, it's going to be another cross-check penalty, another stick penalty. But this one's going to be on Minnetonka, actually, P. I think it's going to be Jack Bowman that's going to go to the box, so that's going to even things out for 10 seconds, and then the Storm are back on the power play. But a stick penalty in the offensive zone, not really what you want, but Jack Bowman, one of the better players or primary players on this team, is going to spend 2 minutes in the box. Face-off now is going to be to Muller's left. Shots on goal, 20 for Minnetonka, so they had about 6 shots since the start of this period, so they're really turning up the offensive screws a little bit.
Well, we're having just about every pass after a flawless Edina Holiday Classic. We're having just about every production detail go wrong from getting unplugged.
Right. The benefit of a press box.
Oh, my word.
Just bear with us, folks. Well, at least you can see all the banners, all the accolades that this fine skipper program has. We're going to go handheld. Well, at least there's only 10 minutes.
He is one of the best handheld cameramen in the business.
Well, he's only got 10 minutes and some odd seconds to hold it.
Good luck to you there, pal.
Hoping for no whistles.
Oh, goodness. So the power play now ensues.
But, Pete, we've talked about power plays, but one thing about Minnetonka is when they're on the penalty kill, they have the capability to score goals, as T.J. Rogers already has a shorthanded tally, but you have to be defensively responsible, but obviously you're in it to get some pressure offensively.
Storm forced to regroup now with Price. He's going to wind it up through center, loses the handle, and McGannon slides over. Now once again on the stick for Becker. Right wing side for Newell. He's checked. To the corner it goes. Puck dribbles its way through the maze of people and sent the length of the ice by the Minnetonka Skippers.
Boy, this is just a textbook penalty kill by the Skipper team. They're really standing stout at the blue line, and if they do allow zone entry, it goes to the periphery, and then they give up the puck. So Minnetonka doing a great job of killing this. Just 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 seconds left in the penalty to Jack Bowman, and then we'll be back to 5-on-5. Well, now just 4 seconds left in this penalty. Face-off going to come all the way down in the Storm zone as they get flagged for icing on the power play. Obviously a miscue on that one. There you see it. Chanhassen holding a 1-0 lead against Minnetonka on the power play for another 4 seconds, but it's in their own zone. 4 seconds left. Bowman will come out. We'll be back to 5-on-5.
Good job, Bart. Way to get it done as I'm trying to figure this thing out.
That's about as good as I can do, Pete.
Well, keep going.
Okay.
It's your debut.
Oh, goodness. I'm not programmed that way, P. Wagner. Takes a special breed to do play-by-play. Here we go.
Now we're at full strength, 5-on-5 as the Storm will work it. Trousseau to the goal mouth area, nothing doing there, and it's going to be held at center and sent right back in by the Storm. 20-10 are your shots on goal. 9:06 to go in the period, and here come the Storm back the other way. They'll try to slice and dice through traffic. A little inside out there, didn't work as Molinar made the bid. There's a wrist shot, deflected. That one does not get in on, as it's going to be Molinar once again. There's a shot again blocked. That's off the equipment of Highland. And back behind the net, Wolf will win the battle. Very strong on the stick there. Off the stick and sent right back in by Hicks by the Skippers. Back behind the net it goes. They'll crash down with Kothe on the forecheck. Kothe is there, comes away with the puck. Back up to the line, left side with Hicks. Shot. Reaching was Swisher. They get it back. There's a shot. Swisher makes a nice save as he slides from left to right.
Well, if you're Brian Yerk, you have to feel pretty good about how your team not only killed that penalty, but then maintain offensive pressure, working the puck down low. I think they were just guilty of having too many people on one side, a bit of an overload. But there you see a pretty good shot on that one. It didn't make it through, but that's where things started to get a little owly, and that was Kothe that actually took that shot. But you can see a lot of Minnetonka Skippers in a close proximity. But no harm, no foul.
Skippers win the draw. Doctor plays it to the right wing side. And it's going to be the Storm to look to break out at center. Played back in on the forecheck. Leg Heinrich was there. It's picked off to the slot area. Look out, loose puck. And that one's put in on goal. Heinrich was there. And now it's going to be picked up by Kothe. Skippers can't get the zone as it's going to be picked up by Doctor from the corner off to the left of his goaltender, Matt Muller. Skippers once again look to break out. They find the pass through center for Rogers. Rogers to the goal mouth area. Poke to safety. Look out. Ooh, nice job to get off the ice there by Lutke. It would have been too many. Doctor takes it from the left side. Tries to sidestep one would-be checker. And the Storm, wanted the 2-on-1. Couldn't get it as they get the puck back in their own zone and handle. Sent back into the neutral zone. Handled now by Bowman. His shot is blocked. Gets it back to the high slot. Shot that's up off the netting. An absolute laser as that one's up and out of play.
Well, that's Sam Swisher, the defender, using that busy stick, ramming it up, protecting Zach Swisher in goal. But Van Zandt, very, very impressed with the way this young man plays the game. Very poised, Very quick feet, very quick hands. He really seems to control the tempo and the pace when he's out there, and obviously a focused player for the Skipper team.
We'll do it at the end of the period. Well, hopefully you're not seasick, folks. It is what it is. I think we need a break, don't we? In on goal, like a holiday break, maybe Christmas. In on goal, once again, Swisher makes a save. Maybe Santa will get us a new tripod.
Wow, the shots are starting to mount for the Skipper team, putting pressure on Zach Swisher, but he's getting good support in front. They aren't getting in tight, and when there is a second chance opportunity, the defense are taking care of business. Pete, I'm just standing out here, minding my own business. About an 8-year-old kid came back and gave me a little bit of a hip check, so even the fans are getting physical out here. We have our challenges tonight, don't we? Face-off win by the Skippers.
Puck pushed off the right wing side. Van Sant plays to the corner. Now it's Mullen. Van Sant again. Plays back in behind. Worry comes away with it. Looks to the front. That's defended quite well. Now it's the Storm. From center ice, Highland. Well, every time they get possession at the tops of their circles forward, they're faithful are on their feet.
Absolutely. But that was a nice zone exit by the Storm. They seem to be pretty efficient getting out of the zone. It's just getting into the offensive zone with possession has been their challenge.
Oh, from the slot area. And that was poked away through center ice. The long strides of Anders Johnson. Not enough, as it's going to be an icing call with 5:45 to go.
Well, Minnetonka came down with numbers, and that was a nice sliding defenseman by Patrick Newell. Really didn't stop the play, but he actually changed the angle of that pass. Indeed, put it in the skates, kind of hard to handle. He did a nice job of maintaining control of that puck, but there you see the Storm coming back to support. So nice defensive play by Newell on that one to thwart that rush.
Off the glass it goes. It's going to be handled once again by Lutke down the left wing side. Skippers with possession here over the past 7 to 8 minutes. Nothing to show for it on the scoreboard yet, but I'm sure they're going to look to wear this one down. That one's off the stick of Goller, and here come the Skippers. They try to go over the blocker, Pat Syatt. Oh, there's a shot to the goal mouth area. Delayed penalty, and that one's going to be called of the Chanhassen Storm.
Wow, how that stayed out, I'm not quite sure, but Zach Swisher made the initial save, and I think most everybody lost sight of that puck. It turned up to be on the far side, but boy, really a trying moment for this Storm team. It's going to be an interference penalty, and it looks like it's going to be Molinar that's going to go for Minnetonka.
Wow, an offensive zone penalty.
Well, not what you want to see, but havoc was being wreaked down there. I think the Storm dodged the bullet a little bit, and the reward is they get a power play for another 2 minutes. Just 5:18 left in the second period. The Storm holding on to 1-goal lead. Chance on the power play. And Molinar is one of their more primary players, so having in the box is not a bad thing if you're a Chanhassen fan.
Skippers get the draw and ring. As they work their way across the line, Rogers comes over to play the puck, but then there's the opportunistic Worry to make the play. They're going to regroup now. Worry gives to the near side. Wolf with it. Solid, talented defenseman here for this edition. Back into the Minnetonka zone it goes. Elder was there. No ice, of course, because they're shorthanded. Skippers now with his 5th power play for the Chanhassen Storm this evening. Wolf across the line, kind of bulldozes his man to the ice. They get it back, and they're going to call him for a cross check, I am sure, or interference. Take your pick.
Oh, boy.
Well done there.
Well, you don't want the referees to be too involved in the game, but if it's a penalty, they have to call it. Parker Wolf, the junior defender, one of the better players on this Storm team, in the box for 2 minutes. So we're going to be 4-on-4, barring another penalty for another minute 17. And then, obviously, if anything changes, but it would be a brief power play of 43 seconds for this Minnetonka Skipper team. You don't want special teams to be so much the focus, but, boy, we've certainly had plenty of opportunities on special teams tonight.
50-50 controlled now by the Skippers. Bayless plays up to the point to Hicks. His shot's deflected wide of the net. Working the forecheck, it's Bowman. Nice job to pull it away from track. Bowman gets it back. Shot, save! Puck still loose. Oh, and they have a man slide across. And somehow the puck is tucked in under the goaltender, Zach Swisher. But what a play on the back end there I don't know if that was Shelby or was that Bart. I think that was number 6, Jack Haley, that got in behind the goaltender and slid across and kept that from working its way across the goal line.
Well, and Jack Haley's one of the offensive players on this team coming back to defend. Obviously, 4-on-4, there's a lot of space out there, but Minnetonka seems to be the ones taking advantage of it. They're getting in tight on Swisher. They have to either block out better, but Swisher makes the first save. It's just where that second chance opportunity seems to be the struggle for this Storm.
Skippers with a clean face-off win in possession. Rogers back up to the line now for Bayless. Lutke now. Under 4 to go in the period. Down the boards it goes. Rogers protects and walks up the near boards. Nice little play to Lutke, give and go, wanted it. And that's picked off and turned the other way. Here come the Storm with a possible breakaway. Mosier in on goal. Nice play to swat that away by Doctor. But then there's a penalty followed up after that. And I don't know, are they calling the goaltender?
Well, either that or calling Colin Mosier on that one. We'll have to wait to see what the official call was, but really nice job of staying with that play by Grant Doctor, the sophomore defender. He just picked, the timing was perfect, waited for the proper time, just interrupted the stride.
Okay, he gets a slash there, puck's loose. Oh, my word.
Oh, didn't try to.
Former goaltender here.
Yeah.
Let him play.
Right.
I mean.
But again, this is where we talked about.
The reason he lost the puck is he got slashed.
Absolutely. So, but referees are getting a little bit involved. Like you said, you got to kind of let them play. But if there's an infraction out there, they're obligated to call that. But now we're going to have some room out there. It's going to be 4-on-3 as the Storm really has a hill to climb here. 21 seconds, and then I believe it's Molinar that gets out of the box, and then we're looking at a really significant amount of time for a 5-on-3 for Minnetonka. You really don't want to tempt fate too much. Minnetonka just hovering, not a bad timeout to take, but Minnetonka is hovering around that 30% mark on the power play, so they can't put the puck in the net.
We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have more high school hockey during this Chanhassen timeout. It's a score of 1-0 Chanhassen over Minnetonka.
AAA hockey players, the Northland Hockey Group has northern Minnesota covered. With 4 teams in the northern part of the state, including the Red River Pike in the northwest, the Bemidji Loons in the north, the Iron Range Blast on the range, and the Great Lake Skulls in the northeast. The Northland Hockey Group will put your child in the hottest sublimated jersey in the AAA field. With 4 tournaments and an all-star game, the Northland Hockey Group will be the highlight of your child's summer. Check out all team locations and tryout times at northlandhockeygroup.com.
Inside us all beats the heart of an athlete, determined to succeed. We push, we fight, we sacrifice. Sometimes we fall short, sometimes we just fall. But we get back up, stronger than before. This is more than a game. This is our goal.
Down goes Doctor as it's played back into the corner. Just wrought with technical difficulties here. He scores! Van Sant puts the puck in the net of the power play, and it's 2-0 in favor of Minnetonka.
Well, the timing was pretty good as Parker Wolf just had 20 seconds left in his penalty. So 5-on-3 ties the game, and now Minnetonka still has an abbreviated power play. Hey.
So we're tied at 1. Believe me, it's a great goal if you're still with us. Van Sant plays it to the near side for Hicks, across the line for the Skippers. 1-1 with 2:44 to go. 9 seconds in the 5-on, check that. 1:01 to go in the 5-on-4.
Yeah, they just didn't take the penalty off the board after the goal.
Van Sant with it, 2.5 to go in the period. Kavanaugh plays to the corner. Back up to Van Sant under the stick. And into the neutral zone it goes. Sauce pass to center ice, poked away from traffic. And it's going to be Molinar with it as he walks in on goal. And that one deflected just wide of the cage. Kavanaugh gives the puck up for Hicks. Shot in on goal, and that's going to be handled by Swisher. You know, Bert, you kind of got the sense for a while here that the Chanhassen Storm are kind of hanging on to that 1-0 lead, just saying, okay, let's see if we can ride this out. But you also know they're going to need to do more than just that in a game like this.
And I think they knew that coming in. I don't think that would be any secret, but I think it was more Minnetonka's push. But that's what character teams do after they get scored on. They push back, and that's exactly what Minnetonka has done, and they push the pace from that point, and the Storm just haven't taken it back. Of course, special teams have a lot to do with that as well. Hard to get continuity.
Handled once again by the Skippers. They have power play time for 15 more. Doctor from the top of the slot's going to get it back. Gives off to the right wing side. Doctor once again. His shot was blocked. Nice job by the wickets there of Haley as he races to center, but a nice positional play by Bayless as he turns this one back up ice. The Storm are now 5-on-5. Defensive play by Newell. That's off his skate as the puck is played to the corner. Back in behind the net. Becker with it. Flips that up and out of play. That hits the netting with $1:25 to go here in period number 2.
Well, they still haven't determined where the faceoff's going to be, if it's going to stay in the zone. It looked like it went straight out, so the faceoff should be to Zach Swisher's left, which it is. Just 1:25 left in this period. We're 1-1. Both coaches obviously want teams to finish strong, but I think Chanhassen just has to get something positive to happen. They've been on defense for about the last 5 to 7 minutes, pretty strong. Have to be some tired legs out there.
Now it's the Skippers with it. They play this to slot area that's deflected away, and it's going to be picked up at his own line by Hicks. Turns back to center. Defended neatly, but look out. Here comes Rogers. He wanted to be off to the races. Instead, it's going to be the Storm back the other way with Mosier. Moser shot in on goal with 1 minute left to go here in the period.
Well, it was a pretty good shot by Moser considering where he was, but Van Sant stepped up, really accelerated the play a little bit, kind of made him a little bit uncomfortable, took that shot a little earlier than he did indeed want to do. And when I talk about fatigue, I'm not talking about the kids getting necessarily physically tired, but when you defend, you tend to lose a little bit of energy, and Minnetonka certainly has the energy now. Offensive zone faceoff for the Storm, 1 minute left. Good opportunity to make something happen.
Puck will be fished behind the net. They'll ring it around to the left of the goaltender, Matt Muller. And here come the Skippers back out of the zone with Molinar. Has plenty of traffic to navigate. Newell. Now Molinar gets it back. Look out, Van Sant can shoot it down low. That's off a pair of skates. Van Sant again shot. That one gets muddy, and it's played to safety by the Storm. They're going to be content to chip it right back in. That's on goal. Muller guides it off to the left wing side. Here comes the forecheck. It's Goller with it as he bumps into the Skipper player there. That's Hicks. Gives off to the left wing side. 20 to go in the period. Deflected back to center. Now here comes Minnetonka across the line. That's shot high and wide. Poked away from the oncoming Luke Lowhite. There's a puck that bounces up to the blue line for Hicks as he plays that one up and out of play with 3.3 showing on the clock.
Well, Joe Molinar, the junior forward, has got a couple pretty good opportunities, couple pretty good looks at the goal in the last 5 minutes or so, opting to try to go high on the goaltender. A couple of these shots might have been better served nice and low, looking for that second chance follow-up because the Storm have been giving up some second chance opportunities. The defense really have come in and done a pretty decent job of clearing out what could be potential danger.
Face-off is a muddy one is what you want. And that's going to do it here for the second period. We'll take a timeout. We'll have what should be an entertaining third period. We're tied at 1 after 2. The high school hockey game of the week continues right here on Let'sPlayHockey.com.
We are between periods of the Let'sPlayHockey.com game of the week, and we are pleased to be joined by Kelly Meza, the owner of Goodwood Hockey, and she has a great product. Kelly, thanks for joining us between periods here today. And can you tell us a little bit about your company? I know it's an apparel company, but how did it all get started?
Sure. Thanks for having me. Actually, we just started, and it was a quick start. Last year at about this time, I was just having a really difficult time finding hockey-related apparel for my kids for Christmas. And in passing, my husband kind of offered up the suggestion that I should start my own company. And at the time, I was a medical consultant for a pharmaceutical company, thought it might be a good side business. And the stars kind of aligned. I left the company that I'd worked for many years and started this full-time just the summer of 2016. So we're just a few months old.
And how's it been going for you? You've got a really unique product line, which I like, is different from anything else I've seen.
So thanks so much for that. And it's going really well. And I think that where we're different, there's a lot of great Minnesota-based hockey apparel companies out there, but I think the direction and the focus that I'd like to head is for the whole family and for the whole country, and actually even expanding maybe into Canada or Europe in the future. But instead of just focusing on adult wear or men's wear, we have a line just for girls that are similar designs to any kind of gender neutral design, but with a more feminine cut garment. We focused on trying to source all of our garments from U.S. manufacturers whenever possible. And so we have something for everybody, whether you are a hockey player or a hockey fan. We have items, clothing, and accessories for just about anybody who loves hockey.
And we're talking at the individual and team level too, correct?
So right now we do individual levels, although we have provided the same shirt for all the team members on certain teams if they request that. We don't do team-specific wear at this time, but that doesn't mean we're not open to that in the future.
Your website is goodwoodhockey.com. I'm looking at it right now in your Holiday Shop 2016. You've got everything from tees to long-sleeve tees to great baseball hats to winter caps to everything. So do you have particular large sellers? You also have baby apparel, too, which you don't see much of.
We do. We just started with our baby apparel. We have several styles that are start at a 2T, and that includes a Zamboni or an ice cleaner design that's actually hand sketched by a Florida-based artist.
It's
and then
really
we
impressive.
It
it's
to
cool.
A garment. Thank you. She actually drew that with a pencil. And then for the holiday shirt, we branched into infant sizes, starting as little as 3 to 6 months. It's had a great response, and we look forward to providing more options as we move along here.
No, seriously, on that Zamboni shirt, and this is part of what's unique about what you do. Little kids love the Zamboni. I was one of them. If I were a little guy and was or a girl and able to get that shirt, I would wear it religiously. You got to check it out on goodwoodhockey.com. Click shop, and I think that's just an automatic, natural gift. You've got a lot of really good-looking stuff on here. So
thanks so much.
You
a lot
bet.
of those styles have matching big people versions as well. So there's a big version of the ice cleaner for dads or moms or big brothers or sisters as well.
Well, it's a fascinating piece for sure. So is there any other way to get a hold of you from a shopping perspective, or is the best way to go on goodwoodhockey.com?
The best way to go is goodwoodhockey.com. We were fortunate to be a part of the holiday boutique at US Bank Stadium a few weeks ago, and we will happily be a vendor at the Let's Play Hockey Expo this spring. And online is the best way to get me, and I am a direct line by email at service@goodwoodhockey.com. You get me personally at that email. That's service@goodwoodhockey.com. And we're also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Goodwood Hockey.
Kelly, thank you very much. That's goodwoodhockey.com. We'll return to the rink with more action of the Let's Play Hockey Game of the Week.
Inside us all beats the heart of an athlete, determined to succeed. We push, we fight, we sacrifice. Sometimes we fall short. Sometimes we just fall. But we get back up, stronger than before. This is more than a game. This is our goal.
We are between periods of the Edina Holiday Classic. Some great hockey going on at Braemar Arena. And we are honored to bring in our next partner from Room Roster, the Senior Sales Manager, Matt Trenier. And he has a product many of you in the state of Minnesota may be familiar with, Room Roster Play, Stay, Connect. You can find them at roomroster.com. And what they offer are hotel solutions for tournament organizers
and attendees. So, Matt, thanks for joining us here this evening, and looking forward to talking to you a little bit more about your product. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm well. Thanks for having me, Pete.
You bet, Matt. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Room Roster? What is it? How does it work? And if I'm a tournament organizer, I know there's plenty of them that are part of it that watch these broadcasts. What can they grab from this?
Yeah, absolutely. Pete, we've set sights on this about just over 3 years ago. And our bottom line goal here is to provide our partners a complete tournament management technology software. So it has the ability to streamline everything from registrations, their communication portals, sending out a text message, for example. We just launched in scheduling and scoring, which is very exciting for us, as well as what you mentioned earlier is meet all the needs of teams traveling and their hotel group blocks and individual reservations. So we have branded this to all our event organizers like Edina Minor Hockey and really try to streamline this solution to provide a great tournament experience for your team managers, your individual participants, and perhaps other fans and family coming into the event as well.
You're truly not a one-trick pony. So tell us a little bit more about how it all interacts, and there's actually ways that organizers make money by utilizing your product.
Yeah, that's a good point. We want to provide this software really at no cost to our tournament organizers through being their official booking agents, probably the best way to explain it, Pete. And what that does is, on our goal here is to provide those hotel rooms, getting those best group rates, negotiating those amenities, having good selection. And then what we'll actually do is provide a revenue share back to our tournament organizers with the understanding from those hotels. So it certainly can be a revenue generator opportunity. And as you can appreciate, our business model, we're subsidized through the hotels and sharing that with our tournament partners so that we can provide all this software and continue to enhance it for our tournament organizers.
So your group on the back end from a support perspective works closely with the tournaments themselves. Sometimes you handle the registration process, which in your case is ideal. And in other instances, you will work with the existing registration, and we know there's a lot of them, portals or whatever it may be, and you take the communication and that hard work out of the hands of the tournament organizer. Your organization takes care of that, captures all the data and the information, gets the hotel bookings. You're not chasing down your room nights and any of that stuff, and you don't even know what the numbers really are if you're a tournament organizer. So there's a lot of benefits to what you do that really helps the bottom line and deliver to the bottom line for these tournaments.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're taking the words there for sure right out of my mouth. And at a high level, the common feedback we see are what are the biggest benefits? And I think it's definitely the user experience. We're enhancing that, making them much more engaged with the event. But the feedback on the efficiencies for a tournament organizer, what we're able to do, capture everything for them in a one-stop solution. But also we appreciate a lot of these non-for-profit tournament organizers, or we even have some professional ones like the Dallas Stars we work with. We want to create some revenue opportunities for them to use however they see fit for fundraisers, scholarships, that kind of areas.
And also, for those locally, you work, obviously you mentioned the Edina Hockey Association. You also work with Breakaway Hockey, Midwest Hockey Programs, the Gopher Classic Legion Baseball Tournament. I mean, just to name a few. Wisconsin Sports Services, you're very active. What's the best way for people to get a hold of you? Obviously, we've got the link for Room Roster on here. Is there a direct ability to get a hold of you, Matt?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate I can chat to anyone, even provide them a little demo just so they have a better understanding. But the best way is just pick up the phone, give me a shout, toll free, and my direct extension, 877-345-1752. My direct extension is 217, so that's 877-345-1752, extension 217. If you just even want to call into Room Roster, ask for a demo, we'll always accommodate that as well to give you a better understanding.
Service is really their name of the game. They work in the service business as well. They know what they're doing. Room Roster, play, stay, connect. High school hockey continues. Thanks a lot, Matt. We'll be back with more right after this. We are between periods.
We've been dealing with the inconvenience of getting our skate sharpened at hockey shops for decades. Now, many of us have kids, and we're dealing with it all over again. Up until now, there hasn't been a piece of equipment that was safe, easy to use, and accurate to allow the hockey player to maintain their skates at the pro level at home on their own time with their own equipment. The Spark Skate Sharpener delivers to every player a piece of equipment that allows them to maintain their skates at peak performance every time they get on the ice.
If you don't have confidence in your skates and the edges that you have, you're not going to play the game that you're capable of playing. When I first heard home skate sharpener, yeah, I've heard of that before. You know, it's too hard, it's too big, it's too messy, all those things that I thought about when I think about skate sharpening at home. That's not what this machine is. You push a handle, you stick your skate in it, you push a button, and 2 minutes later you have a sharp skate. I think that it's just one of those things that people have lived with till now, because there was no other solution. To me, I think this is exciting because it changes all of that.
We taken the existing grinding technology that was out there and packaged it to be really a consumer product and a friendly product that's easy to use.
It has sliding guards that make sure that the skate is properly clamped and you can't get your fingers inside there. The only debris generated in our skate sharpener are the small particles of your skate blade. And for that, we collect those into a removable dust tray. And in addition, we have a HEPA filtration system. So it's very clean and it can be used throughout the house.
It's the last piece of equipment that isn't equal to the professional hockey player. Now that's fixed with Sparks. It's good for kids all the way up to high school players, to collegiate players, to pro players. It is a precision instrument that delivers a quality sharpening every single time.
AAA hockey players, the Northland Hockey Group has northern Minnesota covered, with 4 teams in the northern part of the state, including the Red River Pike in the northwest, the Bemidji Loons in the north, the Iron Range Blast on the range, and the Great Lake Skulls in the northeast. The Northland Hockey Group will put your child in the hottest sublimated jersey in the AAA field. With 4 tournaments and an all-star game, the Northland Hockey Group will be the highlight of your child's summer. Check out all team locations and tryout times at northlandhockeygroup.com.
Bart Arch, we got a scoring summary. We're tied at 1 after 2 periods between a very tightly contested neighboring border town rivalry here with Minnetonka and Chanhassen.
Yeah, indeed. First period scoring was Trousseau from Shelby on the power play. And then the official scoring from Joey Henches is Van Sant from Lutke and Bayless at the 14:06 mark. That's where we stand right now. Shots on goal that period, 5 for Chanhassen, 2-period total of 12. 14 for Minnetonka, 2-period total of 28. Shots are very indicative as far as who has been controlling the pace of this play. I thought that second period was all Minnetonka. Granted, there's a lot of special teams involved, but Minnetonka just seemed to have possession in zone time. I think that's got to change. If you're a Storm fan, you really have to get that puck out of your zone clean and at least try to get the puck behind the skipper's defense and then go to work. But Storm have a challenge in front of them because Minnetonka looks very focused in their home rink in a tie game, and they certainly have the momentum. We're getting ready for the third period. Thank you again for joining us, and let's play hockey. Game of the week.
And we're underway for the third period as Van Sant controls, plays to the left wing side. There was Hicks, and it's off the glass to center. Shelby was there, handled now by the skippers. Van Sant with it as he's going to play it rink wide. And here comes Minnetonka across the line. Stood up on the play. There was Rogers. And now it's going to be handled once again by Wolf. From the corner, Rogers steps into a check there. Shot it on goal, and that's handled once again by Swisher.
Well, I think Zach Swisher, junior goaltender for the Storm, has played a very solid game. He's made several first saves, and he's getting some support, but that one was from a poor angle, kind of a high shot, but he elected to hang on to that faceoff to his right. Faceoffs, I think, are going to be very important for the Storm this period because possession starts with faceoff wins, but Minnetonka's had some success in the dots tonight.
It really starts and ends with it, doesn't it, Bart Archer?
It does.
I mean, it's a cliche and it's overrated. Or underrated, if you will.
I was going to say undervalued, probably.
Yep. On these broadcasts, it's overvalued, probably. That's where I was trying to go with it.
I have a tendency to do
Molinar with it. Yours truly as well. Lutke's pass to the slot area fails to click. It's going to be Doctor back for Ludke for the right wing side. Kavanaugh. That's off the skates of low height. And it's going to be played back into the Chanhassen zone.
Well, one thing that I've observed early in this third period, obviously we're just 1 minute and 7 seconds in, but Chanhassen's positioning is starting to lose its integrity, as I like to say. They're just they become linear. They're trying too hard. It's not an effort situation. It's just you have to mind your own job. Once you start trying to do somebody else's job, you compromise everything. I just think that they're making it harder on themselves, and they have the talent certainly to push back.
Newell was there. Well, they had a little more flow to their effort offensively in the first period.
Sure.
They get the lead, and you kind of get a little bit you talk yourself into losing sometimes, or you get a little too cautious and let the team keep coming at you. And where they're good is in plays like this and opportunities, as they'll take it through center with Goller. He has a man down low. That's wide of the mark. And it's going to be picked up by the Skippers. They have the 29-12 shot on goal advantage here. It hasn't been what I would say a massive amount of offensive zone time advantage, though. They're getting shots through, and so far Swisher's been equal to the test.
Yeah, they're putting some good shots on, but I think just the last 5 minutes of that second period, I think Minnetonka kind of turned it up, and that's where a majority of those shots came. I think the Storm feel fortunate to be at 1-1 right now.
Back behind the net now. Storm will break out to the right wing side. That's too far. Kothi steps into that one and plays that right back into the Chanhassen zone.
Well, he tried to sell it, but that he would have to be an awful good salesperson to sell that one. But boy, he can really scoot. As far as Kothi, he's got some jump in his stride.
He had to check with his manager to see if he could get that sale, that deal for you, right?
Yep.
Did you do that?
No.
Let me go check with my manager. Come back. It's a tough one, but I think we can do it.
We've never done it before.
Oh, right. The phantom manager.
Yes.
Puck is played back into the Minnetonka zone as they look to play that up through center ice area. Nice job there. Warriors had a wonderful game. There's a shot. Oh, that might have grazed the post.
That was a really nice play.
Back behind the net now. It's going to be Rogers with it. Advances to the left wing side. Over to handle the loose puck is Kothi. Loses the handle. Nice body check thrown by Wolf. He's been a horse and a warrior on the blue line for these Storm. They'll try it down low. They had a man on the top of the crease area. Shelby fights away from a check, and he swats it back to center ice. Puck will be played right back in on goal. Stick save made. Back behind the net. Van Sant with a check that's Newell with it. So he plays it up through the center ice area. Poked off a stick, and at center ice, Galls was there, loses the handle. Muddy, tough sledding here in the neutral zone. Now it's the Chanhassen Storm, a big check thrown there on Haley. And now it's going to be the Skippers to turn it back up ice. And it's going to be played to the left wing side. That one fails to click. And once again, the Skippers will control in front of the bench area. On the puck there, sent back in was Low Height. And that one was up and out of play.
Well, Pete, as you said, it's muddy in the neutral zone. I think that certainly works to the Storm advantage. If you can keep this Minnetonka Skipper team from getting speed with possession through the neutral zone, you're doing something right. And they're winning the battles in that neutral zone, turning the play in transition up. There you can see that outstanding effort, little give and go. Got good positioning on the defender, got a pretty good shot on goal. But once again, Muller comes up big.
Face off right at the M at the center ice. The historical blue M here from the Pagel Activity Center. Looks like they've got a nice little project brewing there for another sheet. If you're here in the lobby area, you'll see it. Down low they go. That does not get through. Bayless is there up to the blue line. It goes to Hicks, who'll swing it back in behind the net. Brink now with it. Bothered on the play, watching him closely with Sam Swisher. Brink and Sam Swisher battle off the end boards. Little 2-on-2 game working behind the net. Brink wins the battle down low. He has a man. Hicks shoots. Scores! Andrew Hicks picks up a pass from Bobby Brink to give the Skippers a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and for Hicks, that's his second goal of the game, but it's Brink that really did all the work on that one. He actually maintained possession, being challenged by the defender for this Storm team. Went cross ice. Nice athletic play to gather that puck up. Had a good angle because he's a left-handed shot on the right side, so he had a pretty good look. Beat Swisher pretty clean. It's 2-1 Minnetonka now. Shots on goal, 30-13. Chanhassen's really got to kind of turn up the offensive flow here. Looks like Minnetonka's got some energy right now. Up to the Storm to answer.
2-1 the lead now. 2 straight for the Skippers. Put them in position here in the third as Rogers tried to sneak one through the 5-hole there, as that one fails to click.
Well, it was Hicks from Brinks. But, again, that was a good goal. You don't mind giving those goals up. They earned that one, but it was all Brinks' work down low that actually made that play happen. Face off now to Swisher's left.
They'll ring it to the right wing side. Look to play it to center ice with Mosier. Couldn't get it done. That's going to be Sam Swisher on it. Right wing side for Mosier again. Skippers at 4-4, looking to improve to 5-4 on the campaign. I've checked that. 5-4 on the campaign. The Storm now 4-3. Both coming off wins. And that one's off the glass. Big check thrown there in front of the penalty box area. Doctor is going to play it to the right wing side for Kothe. Had Rogers breaking. Nice defensive play there. But somehow they come away with it. Scores! Nice job there on the forecheck. Follow through. Puck support. Skippers lead 3-1.
Yeah, it just seemed like they were just a step ahead of the Storm on that play, but that's Joe Molinar with his 6th goal of the season. Boosts the lead to 3-1, but it just seems like Minnetonka's got a very confident rhythm. There you see, it's a really nice timing on that by Kothe. Had the defenseman backing up once he committed. He just slid it over, and just a nice redirect by Molinar. 3-1. Storm seems like they're in the defensive shell, and Skippers are playing with confidence right now.
Oh, indeed they are. You can feel it by the minute here as it continues to brew.
I think the Storm just needs something positive to happen, like another goal or a really quality scoring opportunity. Maybe that's going to happen here.
They go to the slot area, nobody there. Back out of the zone come the Skippers. Rink-wide pass that rolls up off the stick of Wolf. He'll play the body, but the puck will play to the right wing. Nice forecheck there by Molinar. Skippers hounding the puck, gaining confidence throughout this contest. Send that one in deep. 11:08 to go in the third. 2-goal lead now for Minnetonka. That equals the largest lead of anybody from this game. Skippers behind the net. They look to the goal mouth area. That was Kavanaugh. He had a trolling Molinar. Now it's Molinar with it. That's picked off, played off the boards, and spun off of the puck as Galls. To help him out was Parker Wolf. Now it's Van Sant with it. Dangles some traffic to the top of the right circle. Fanned on that one. To the corner it goes. Van Sant with it. Jumps through some traffic. Plays that one up to the line as it is poked in and held in neatly there by the defense. Skippers with some momentum and energy. They play it to the corner. A penalty coming up on top of that. That's going to be called on Langheinrich, and it's played back up to the neutral zone. Heim was there. Now it's on the stick of Johnson ahead for Bowman across the line. They're going to play some dump and chase. Brink wins the race. Sidesteps a check out front. Nets off its posts. And the save was made by Swisher, and tripping will be your call.
Well, the Skippers didn't look like they were in any hurry to give up possession of that puck. They were working it as goaltender Muller got off the ice awful quick, so it was a 6-on-5 for a brief moment. Brink did some nice things by maintaining possession, trying to get the puck back into the scoring area, but Storm dodged a bullet, got a whistle. But now it's going to be a Storm penalty to Langheinrich. So, again, the Storm not making things any easier on themselves. Face off in the Storm zone.
Penalty kill has not been friendly to Chanhassen at 68% coming into this game. And the power play, very solid for the Skippers.
Yeah, that's a recipe for concern for the coaching staff of the Storm.
Both these teams have games coming up on the 29th. There's a long shot that's deflected over the top of the goal. At the Schwann Cup, Minnetonka opens with Centennial. Now they'll control on the power play. Doctor from the right point. Nice pad save. Swisher steers to the right. Cleared but not out. Doctor slides over. Little sauce to the near side for Bayless. Try to go back door. Deflected away. And to the line but not out. Very smooth moving Grant Doctor from the left side. Bayless with it. Back up for Doctor. Left wing side they go. They look to play that to the slot area. And it's going to be handled and controlled once again by Bayless. Power play continues for the Skippers. Nifty pass for Bayless. Backdoor scores! Oh, Brink, short side shelf. It's 4-1. Minnetonka.
Well, that's textbook puck possession and using the puck to your advantage, really letting the puck do the work. They kept finding the open man, cycling the puck down low. Finally got it to Brink, and that's Brink's third goal of the season. But what a goal it was. Just a nice little nifty backhand up and over the shoulder of Zach Swisher. You have to feel bad for Swisher. He's really done a good job in goal, making that initial first save, directing pucks into the corner and such, but that was just Minnetonka showing their skills on that one. Tough one to defend against. 4-1 now Skippers.
4 unanswered for the Skippers with 9:06 to go in the third. They're resting comfortably here at Pagel Activity Center. Penalty coming up. This one's going to be on the Skippers as Zach Swisher heads to the bench. Puck is still loose, and finally Minnetonka will come up with possession, and we have a slashing call.
Well, I know it was Brink that scored, but just with the distortion out of his microphone, I don't know who got the support assist, so I don't mean to leave anybody
Grant
out.
Doctor.
Okay, thank you for that. But I wonder if he knows that it's actually amplified. Of course, I could probably take a page out of that book as well, but Skipper's going to be in the penalty box.
Weren't you a sound guy, or were you sound,
no,
or were you?
I was the lighting technician.
Lighting only.
But Andis is going to be in the box, so
Did you move him to the beat? How did you do that?
Oh, yeah.
There's a shot in on goal. Oh, chance there, but Muller was there to cover it up. Sticks get up, no harm, no foul.
Well, I was going to say that's about the best opportunity that this Storm has had in a long period of time, but boy, did Matt Muller step up and block that, because he was in a vulnerable moment, but he stood tall, kept that puck out of the net, face off to his left.
Rogers with the face-off. Johnson
you better
rips
hurry.
it off the boards. Here comes some pressure with Rogers. Storm will break back up out of the zone. On the puck now, it's going to be handled by Newell. I never say Newell's name. I think of Dave Newell, the old NHL ref. Remember him?
Wow, absolutely. Ron Schick.
Newell was circa 60s, 70s, though, wasn't he? He might have even patrolled in the 50s.
Ron Foyt? No, is that? I know there was a.
You're
Foyt.
going Ron Foyt, the former Tom Lysiak guy. Remember when he got his feet taken out from underneath him from tossing him? I got Lysiak 20 games of suspension. There's a shot that's pushed wide of the net.
Boy, that's a name I haven't heard for a long time.
Just wanted to say it.
Atlanta
That
Flames.
and Lori Boschman.
Oh goodness, you couldn't
former
resist,
Jet.
could you?
Nope. That's what you get in a 4-1 game here. Storm will break out. Power play time continues across center. Shelby with it. Gets away from a hip check there. Nice job by him to keep the feet moving. Ludke now will chase to the corner. Shelby bumped by Doctor. Storm, nice job to protect the puck out of the corner. Off the stick of the defenseman there, Becker. He plays that one back in behind the net. Now the Storm will control and play this one to an open corner. Over to make the play is Doctor. That hits a pair of shins, doesn't work its way out, and the forecheck ensues with Haley. He gets a little help from Becker. Back behind the net. Shelby now will take over from the right point. Dribbles one in toward the side of the goal mouth area. Nice job to protect by Haley as he plays off to the oncoming Highland. Deflection, nice save by Muller. Throws a left pillow. And the rebound was put over the top of the net as that expires the penalty, too.
Well, indeed. In fact, but that was a nice redirect by T.J. Trusso. Scored a goal in the first period on the power play, looking to get another tally, pull his team within 2. But it's just 6:51 right now. Storm down by 3. So obviously not only is Minnetonka a significant opponent, but that clock is starting to tick pretty quick for him, too. But good offensive zone time anyway, so some positives going on for the Storm. They just have to cash in.
It is a significant opponent. You know, when you can't force it, but you got to get chances. And if the goaltender's doing his job, there's an icing call. We'll bring it back into the Minnetonka zone.
Well, we've always talked about how Minnetonka is a swift skating team that comes up as a group, but I think very impressed with the way this defensive core has defended their goaltender Muller. I think they've done a good job of blocking out, giving him sight lines when he is challenged, but they've really shut this Storm team down, and this Storm team keeps coming with effort, but they just can't get into the areas, the high percentage scoring areas between the dots. But Minnetonka's done a great job of smothering defense since that first period.
A very young Minnetonka team, as we know. They have suffered a couple early departures, along with a couple of other teams in the Southwest Metro and across the state of Minnesota. But not enough for you to say, you know, it just gives someone a different chance,
Sure.
and another guy, new number.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of giving opportunities. One door closes, one should indeed open. But every team in every edition of their high school season has their challenges in front of them, whether it be injuries or people leaving early or suspensions or something. But that's just the challenge that Minnetonka's face. And if there's one team that can weather that storm, it's certainly Brian Yerk and the Skippers.
I don't know if you've been on Let's Play Hockey yet today, but there's a story by Kevin Kurt, and it's really good. It's about 1,600 players in Minnesota, beyond all of the tens of thousands that play the game at multiple levels here, that are playing junior college or pro hockey across the world. And there's a full layout of who's done what. It's really impressive. Check it out on the website. That one goes over the top of the goal. And a great opportunity there by Worry.
Yeah, that was a nice little misdirection pass, too. It just seemed like he drew him in, and I believe that was Moser that did that. Kind of drew him in and went against the grain. And as you said, it was Worry that took that shot up and out of play, but it was not deflected. But really a nice play. Just got to get those on goal.
We're going to take a week off of play-by-play for you. We'll be back at it on January 5th, where it's going to be Grand Rapids traveling to Holy Family Catholic in a non-conference affair. 3-on-2 across the line for the Skippers. Brink, the trailer, tried to find the back door, but couldn't connect with the oncoming Jack Bayless, and back out of the zone come the Storm.
Here we go.
On the move with Haley. Across the line, two Skippers converge, but then it's going to be gathered out of the corner. Muller, the paddle down, steers that away, and Doctor comes away with the loose puck. He'll try to play it to the line. Nice job by Highland to read that. He plays it behind the net. It's going to be Ludke to take over. He gets away from the oncoming Price, and it's Ludke once again with it. Nice job to get away from trouble in the neutral. Bayless will gain the line, play in deep, and there go the forwards, and now the defenseman for the Skippers. Back up the ice. Worry with it. Gets away from one man. Worry. Oh, he had a man oncoming from the high slot, and Goller. Rather, they now play it up to the blue line. There's a quick shot. Sticked away. Nice save by Muller. And back come the Skippers out of the zone with 4:47 to go in the period. Blowing a tire was that Skipper player Ryan Elder. Gets it back at the line. It's played back in by Anders Johnson. Elder forechecks. It's going to be handled now by Worry. He's been on the puck a lot here for Chanhassen tonight. The Skippers continue to work the forecheck. At the line underneath the stick. Look out. Heim now back the other way. It's Goller with it. Heim, nice job to cover his tracks. Comes away with the puck and plays it to the right wing side. That one too far for Meredith. Elder plays this one in. Steered off to the left by the goaltender, Zach Swisher. Here come the Storm back the other way on the move. Trousseau has his team's lone goal. Played it to the slot area, nobody home. Back at center, Rogers reaches back, pulls it across the line, cuts to the forehand, now back to the back. Loses the handle, regains, looks back up. That's off the stick of Kothe. And now it's going to be the Storm once again as it's played in, rink wide. Nice little move there by Kothe to try to get away from the oncoming check of Langenheinrich. And it's sent right back into the Chanhassen zone, and we'll bring it back into Minnetonka territory with 3:31 to go in the third period.
Yeah, time is certainly running out on the Storm at this point, but Minnetonka is just very responsible defensively. And no big surprise. Brian Yerk does a great job of coaching all three zones. An accomplished player in this time, but he's proving that he's really one of the better coaches in the state of Minnesota. You can see by the way his team plays. They defend quite well. They've supported their goaltender, but their zone exits in the last two periods have been really impressive.
Here come the Skippers, possible 2-on-1. Oh, that one pushed just through the goal mouth by Lowhite. Had a great opportunity brewing there with Kavanaugh. Poked away at the blue line by Highland as he's going to hound Van Sant, who will carry back in behind his net with 3:10 to go here in the third period. Long pass at the line, picked off by Newell. Jumps it to the corner. And Van Sant comes away with it. On the move, he can skate. Left wing on the pass, handled by Molinar. Oh, they find the late man in on goal. Nice save made there by Swisher. Storm back out of the zone. They look up ice. That gets away from the stick of Price, and it's going to be played back through the neutral zone. Molinar with it. Poked off his stick. Brink checked on the play. Tries to submarine. His man gets some help from Molinar. Boy, nice skill on this line. Molinar, nice pass. Doctor shoots right in on goal, and the save was made by Swisher. to keep it at 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, as you said, good work by Brink and Molinar and this whole line working the puck. They've really been effective all night long and got a good look at Zach Swisher, but he held firm. Not only did he make the first save, held on to that rebound face-off to his right, just 2:27 left in regulation time. Minnetonka looking pretty comfortable right now possessing the puck, and they look very confident as well.
Bowman is there with it. Now it's going to be picked up by Brink. Off the glove, maybe off the post as well, by Jack Bowman. He'll play it back into the corner as the Storm look to try to break it up the left wing wall, and the Skippers are hounding. We're now under 2 minutes to play here in the contest. Shot over the top of the goal. That hits some glass, and it's going to be picked up by Bowman again. Lutke's shot deflected. They nearly pulled that one back in on goal. Nice busy stick of Brink. Now they're going to spring a bounding puck to center. Here's a foot race. Muller plays that coolly away from the oncoming Colin Mosier. Now it's going to be Doctor with 1:35 to go in the third period. Doctor gives off to the right wing side for Lutke. Nowhere to go there. Turns away from traffic. Calmly plays for Doctor. That fails to connect. And Lutke gets it back from Bayless. Now to the right wing side they go for Kothi. Kothi again plays this in back behind. Skippers continue the hounding forecheck with Andes. Gets a little bit of help from Kothi. Bart Archer, I can tell he's looking at his notes right now as he's preparing himself for our player of the game.
There's so many choices.
I know you are. The official Adventures player of the game will be announced here at the end of the contest as the puck is played back into the Minnetonka zone. Check thrown there. Lutke, now Doctor. Boy, these two have been out here for almost 2 minutes. And now it's going to be through center. Andes stood up on the play. Sam Swisher was there. From the right wing side now, it's going to be picked up and played out of the zone. Sidestepping one would be Checker. And played back up the wall. Nice job there by Johnson to take that away from traffic. No icing on the play. 15 to go in the period. Back behind. Sam Swisher will take it from brother Zach. Through center ice. Off the boards. Price was there. They'll ring the boards once again, and it's going to be picked up by Molinar to center. And that'll do it for tonight's hockey game. The Minnetonka Skippers winners by a score of 4-1 with 4 unanswered goals in the second and third period. They really cinched it in and got the job done, Bart.
Yeah, it took them a while to kind of get their legs about them, but that's a credit to the Storm. Storm came out early. I think what one of their main focuses is to start strong, play a solid first period. They did that. They got out of that period with a 1-0 lead. Then Minnetonka knotted it at 1 with the Van Zandt, and really Minnetonka from that point didn't look back. There were certain spells where Storm came back and challenged and a little bit of a pushback, but I think from probably about that Van Zandt goal on, I think that it's pretty much Minnetonka's game, and they're smothering defense, and through that came offensive opportunities, and they cashed in.
So your official Adventures player of the game, Bart Archer?
Well, I'm going to go a little bit off the board. I'm going to go with Bobby Brink, just a freshman. Pete, I think that just the way that he played, there's so many players. I'd love to give it to the group as a defensive group for Minnetonka because I thought they were outstanding tonight, but because we can only give it to one player, I thought Brink really, his tenacity, his level of play throughout the game, but that one forecheck where he just maintained possession, got the puck out, and redirected, and then he cashed one in on a beautiful goal. So I'm going to give special recognition to the young freshman.
Little short side shelf backhand there.
Oh, that was sweet.
The thing about Bobby Brink, what we saw tonight, was a player get better as the game went on. As the good things started to happen to him, the more his confidence grew. He has great skill. We know that. We could see that clear as day. He has a mind for the game. He had a couple of redirects at the last second, just by being in position.
Exactly.
The little things. I think that's a great pick, Bart.
Well, thank you very much. And I think that Brian Yerk is one of those coaches that's not afraid to play the underclassmen, the youngsters, but he's going to make sure that they're ready to play and putting in a position to succeed. And he just looks like he blends in quite well. But he won a couple battles that I thought were pretty significant. But just Minnetonka, the way they played defense as a team tonight, they gave up 18 shots. But of those 18 shots, probably 3 good quality scoring opportunities, and then you have Matt Muller that was that final line of defense. He only had one blemish tonight, and that was on the power play. So as a defensive crew, I think Minnetonka Skippers deserves a tap on the shins, but it is going to be Bobby Brink that's going to be the Let's Play Hockey Player of the Game.
There you have it, folks. There final score reads the Minnetonka Skippers 4, Chanhassen Storm 1. We're going to be back on the air on January 5th from the Victoria Recreation Center. It's going to be the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, and they will be taking on the Holy Family Fire, a couple of top 5 teams. That's all we do on this incredible network that we have. Todd Grover, I gotta tip the cap here for a second.
He should have got the player of the game, cameraman of the game.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, the I don't know what's going on here. The tripod just decided to just go south on us. So Grove's the strongest forearms in the game.
Popeye.
Goes. This camera's not light. Just works a straight handheld camera like nothing happened.
Well, Pete, his arms are built up because he's been carrying us for how long now? So it all works. But obviously,
and you're not light.
No,
I'm kidding.
I never have been either.
Of course, I'm kidding. All right, Todd, do you want us to stop talking?
Sure, he does.
Okay, well, you're going to bring it right back on us. What we would like to do is wish each and every one of you the merriest of Christmas,
Absolutely.
Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. What do we say these days?
Happy Holidays.
I like Merry Christmas. I go down that road.
Everybody take a little time and hug your loved ones. Enjoy the season, and we'll look forward to seeing you back next year for a really great tilt. But thank you for joining us tonight.
For Bart Archer, show Brett Michaels right there. Brett Michaels, Todd Grover, Joey Henches. I'm Pete Wagner. So long, everybody.